Let's, okay, we'll defend Dog the Bounty Hunter.
All right. Wow. Anybody with a mullet can drop the N-bomb as often as they want.
Have you heard about Dog the Bounty Hunter? Anyone?
Just fill me in. What he
He was
wow.
You really? Have you heard yet?
I just read the headline. That's all I read.
Oh, did he?
Well, I guess his son is going out with a black girl.
Black girl, yeah.
And he's not happy about that. And there was a little voicemail that he left on his son's machine.
Yeah.
And I guess the son is not a good son because it seems like it got into the hands of the National Enquirer.
It seems the dog loves the N-bomb.
That's just
loves
that's really as bad as talking about your dad dying and crying at the Passion of Christ. It look a little like that.
It is amazing though, like the fact that this guy, he's an ex-convict who's a bounty hunter. It's like, all right, he is what he is, but people actually care that he says it. It's like, I don't care what he said to his son.
There's the first defense.
Yeah, who cares? Big deal. What I'm saying.
Did you hear the tape? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
It's a biggie.
Just so you know, there's no defense in this voice. Just so people listening should listen to this voice and say, hey, he didn't defend him at all, did he? Just keep that very clear.
Well, here's the actual voicemail, I guess, right? Listen to this.
You're going to play it?
Well, it's heavily beeped. Oh, yeah. Wish we could just play it.
Don't say the N-word on the radio anymore. Are you crazy?
I'm not taking a chance on some. I don't care if she's a Mexican, a whore, whatever. It's not because she's black.
What about the whore?
Because we use the word sometimes here. I'm not going to take a chance ever in life of losing everything I've worked for 30 years because some heard us say and turned us into the Enquirer magazine. Our career is over. I'm not taking that chance at all.
Yes, you are.
Never in life. Never.
Oops.
Never. If Lisa was dating, we would all say you. And you know that.
A little rough to follow with the bleeps, but you get the idea.
You could fit it in. Every bleep is the N-bomb.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, there were some that were...
the F, yeah.
It was a verb at one point, an adjective.
Yeah.
It was a verb.
It was a verb, in, I think, the second instance. He is so done. And how he's saying, like, that'll never happen. I'm never going to let it happen as I'm letting it happen right now.
He's making it happen. Don't email it, stupid. Then just say you were hacked into.
You got the defense already, don't you?
Of course. So you think the girlfriend got a hold of that?
Well, either that or the son was pretty outraged that his father was telling him to break up with this girl. Because they dropped the M-bomb around the house a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
And, the son probably in love, was pissed at his father.
It's going to be a great Thanksgiving at the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Great Thanksgiving, yeah.
Oh.
Well, we
How did you get that invitation?
Yeah, we got the dog explain why he uses the N-word. Here it is.
All right.
If Lisa brought a black guy home, it's not that they're black. It's none of that. It's that we use the word. We don't mean you scum without a soul. We don't mean that. But America would think we mean that. We're not taking a chance.
Well,
let's join America in thinking that.
That's exactly what
Go, dog.
No, he got me back.
Yeah, the last part of the explanation just made it all like, okay. Like,
yeah, it brings it together.
Plugged your show at that point because I would have tuned in.
Meaning that. And we're not taking a chance on losing everything we got over a racial slur. Because our son goes with the girl like that. I can't do that, Tucker. You can't expect Gary, Bonnie, Cecily, all them young kids to, because I'm in love for 7 months. That. So I'll help you get another job, but you cannot work here unless you break up with her and she's out of your life. I can't handle that.
Wow, I didn't hear this part.
Oh, yeah. That's just, that's the son then going, all right.
Yeah, now it's
here you go,
what
Pops.
Happened. Yeah, all right. Well,
done.
Look what I do now.
Wow.
And then finally, Dog says his son can't work for him unless he leaves the girl.
Teresa told that girl never to come by her house again because I told Dwayne the same thing. And I'm going to have your wife hanging around with that girl. You're not working for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dwayne called this morning and Teresa and said we are not hanging around with that girl. So just like Dwayne Lee, just like you, if you hang with that black girl, I do not want you in my house because it's already been proven that you run your mouth to her. That's it right there. So you just let me know. I got to go. What you're doing later. Bye.
Yeah. Talk to you later, all right?
That's a wonderful father right there.
Ouch.
Wow, I don't know who's worse, the father or the son for selling the...
I imagine Dog the Bounty Hunter doesn't cry when he watches Passion of the Christ.
I imagine he does. That sounds like a guy who does.
There's probably a few movies he does cry at, though.
Yeah, Roots, because it got better. He hates the next generation. All communist propaganda.
There's probably a few he actually sheds a tear over. So what do you think of that, huh?
He's done. A&E suspended the production of the show.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They put out a statement saying they will investigate.
Right after we asked for the hypothetical situation, we have it. More people will boycott that than watched it.
Yeah, probably.
You asked for hypothetical and got a reality. It's good.
Yeah. Well, now I guess Roy Innes came out and said that he's, regardless of what he thinks he is, he's on television, so he's a role model. And I don't know what kind of role model he was before this clip came out. I didn't see much there except for a big blonde mullet and a huge obese wife. But he was a role model, so Roy Innes said he should be taken off the air.
Roy Innes is fairly conservative, from core. But they're not typically like sharped in or screaming for anything racial to be taken off the air.
He's already scrambling to apologize. His apology was ridiculous.
He's trying to find a bunch of black friends to start hanging out with.
Yeah.
He's got Byron Allen fighting for him.
He's eating dinner at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles tonight.
Hey, Stephen S. from Bayshore, he writes, Dog the Noose Knotter instead of Dog the Bounty Hunter. Hey, where's the apology?
I don't know. We haven't.
Waddle doodle. Apologize.
I like the way he referred to himself as in the third person with his nickname in there, too.
Yeah.
He plugged the name of the show.
Yeah. In a statement, the 54-year-old Chapman said he has the utmost respect and aloha for black people who have suffered so much due to racial discrimination and acts of hatred. I did not mean to add yet another slap in the face of an entire race of people who have brought so many gifts to the world, he said. I am ashamed of myself, and I pledge to do whatever I can to repair this damage I have caused. Chapman said, my sincerest heartfelt apologies go out to every person I have offended for my regrettable use of very inappropriate language. I'm deeply disappointed in myself for speaking out of anger to my son and using such hateful terms. And here it is. In a private phone conversation. Apology down the crapper. I'm sorry. Well, not as sincere when you say, hey, no one was supposed to hear this, Norton.
Sorry, I made the tattletale.
Yeah. That pretty much blew the entire apology. That someone wrote for him.
Like an entire publicist statement, then he's like, I just added something at the end.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Pulling the hair out.
Perfect. I just added a line.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be good, though. I added one line.
I think it's really going to help me out. Yeah, this one's going to get me out of the jam up.
I'm sorry I've offended a whole race of people, and then he penciled in, even though we told him not to date one.
How many times have we been handed stuff like that? We're like, we would never say this in this way.
A statement.
A statement.
In a private phone conversation. And then Chapman said the clip was taken out of context. What context? He's got a son. He doesn't want going out with a black chick because they drop the N-bomb all the time, and he didn't want the Inquirer getting a hold of it. So she did, and the Inquirer got a hold of it.
There is context.
There's pure context.
Yeah.
It's all context.
It's all context. Yeah.
Well, we adjusted the theme song for Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's quick. Here we go.
I remember that.
Well, we're just trying to save his show. I mean, you just got to change the theme song a little bit. He's done.
But it's frightening. Like,
so done.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it really is. It sounds bad, but I don't know why anybody cares what a guy does in his personal life when he's not like his show is that he catches criminals at gunpoint. I know they do, but it's like, why would anybody care?
Yeah, A&E cares because they're representing the net. He's representing the network. A lot of people are saying he's a bounty hunter in Hawaii, which is like, give him 1 day in the Brooklyn and or the Bronx, and he'd be dead.
Oh, is that where the show is?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's based in Hawaii.
I didn't know that either.
He also said, I was disappointed in the choice of a friend, not due to her race, but her character, he said. However, I should never have used that term.
Repeatedly. Every part of speech.
Used it more than Michael Richards, I think.
I think he did. Chapman said he's meeting with his spiritual advisor, Reverend Tim Story, who is black.
Yeah.
And hopes to meet with other black leaders, so as he says, so they can see who I really am and teach me the right thing to do to make things right again.
I think
in a private conversation.
Of course, in another private conversation.
They'll teach him the right thing to do. Just give up your show and go away.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Jimmy the Greek, you're done.
Sounds a bit desperate.
I know that all my fans are deeply disappointed in me. As well as I have tried to be a model for doing the right thing, he said, I did not do the right thing this time and hope you will forgive me. He's looking for his forgiveness.
What we worry is that maybe some of his fans aren't appalled by this.
I would assume
that's the biggest horror.
His entire demo.
I'm not sure the entire demo, but there is a fan or two that went, yeah. And that's what A&E's worried about, I bet.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with the entire demo.
Okay.
I'm going to really go with that
no mitigation
one.
whatsoever.
Right, not a 1.
All right, we got to take another break here. So, staying? Going?
Yep.
Dane's good. Awesome. Dane Cook staying.